we are going to talk about group discussions and meeting skill. We'll focus mostly on technical discussions and technical meetings. There are many components that are common between meetings and discussions, so we'll try to put them together. First of all, whenever you learn something, you should know why you're learning it, where you can use it. Where do you think you can use your skill that you acquired today on group discussions and technical meetings? Where can you use them? Let's see some list. Project meetings. When you work for a company, you'll be involved in some projects, and there's going to be project meetings. Quite often, it could be technical, it could also be business meetings. They also have many things in common, although objectives may be somewhat different. When you start a company, startups, or you already have a business, there are several types of meetings. For example, brainstorming to generate ideas, what kind of new products you can come up with. Various ideas you generate, you compare, choose the best ideas, work on them. Once you have some project, first you have a kick-off meeting, a kick-off meeting, and after that, regularly you have progress meetings to check the progress, the problems you have with the project. Are you on time? There could be reviews, how to solve the problems you are facing. You got to have meetings. Meeting with suppliers and customers. There could be failures, some product failed. There could be disastrous effects. You got to have emergency technical meetings. There are several other types of meetings that takes place when you work for a company. Research, if you're working for a research organization or a university, you're doing some research, you have to have meetings for that. Internal with your team, external with the funding agency, for example. Where else can you use those skills that you acquire today, or at least start acquiring today? For example, if you want a job in a company, there are several rounds of tests. One of the tests is group discussions. Okay? It's very similar to technical meetings and group discussions. Many things that you learn today, you can use them in group discussions. If you do well, you go to the next level, maybe final interview. All right. What will make you a great participant, moderator, coordinator, or chairperson in a meeting? What qualities do you need? You must have technical knowledge. If it's especially for technical meetings, you need to have technical knowledge, obvious. Communication skill, you must possess strong communication skill. There are some special skills for meetings. For example, persuasion, negotiation. You have some ideas, you want to convince others that most likely you are right, they should slowly agree with you. So that's where you need these meeting skills, persuasion, negotiation, etc. Also leadership. Quite often in the meetings you find 10 different people are talking about 10 different things. It's not really coming to any conclusion. It's not being very productive. That's where your leadership skill comes, where you bring the group together towards something useful. Most likely it's going to be your idea. Okay? All right. Besides that, you really need these fundamental qualities. Honesty. People will appreciate if you are honest in a meeting, okay, when they'll join you. Courtesy. Be courteous to everybody in the meeting. Do not put down others, okay? And decorum. What that means is polite interaction with others in the meeting. Okay. So all these things put together will make you a great participant or chairperson of a meeting. General rules of group discussions or meeting. Do's and don'ts. Let's go over some of the points. Usually, when you have a meeting, there are people, and one or two people take the leads. Let's say you take the lead. Okay, you decide who will take the lead, who will coordinate, and moderate the meeting. Moderate means in case there are conflicts, moderator will moderate it and say, please let that person speak, etc. Also, there may be some other tasks, taking minutes, which I think everybody should do that. This is very important. Listen. When somebody is talking, do not interrupt them. Listen to what they have to say. Let the moderator handle when that person should stop. Okay. Think about what others are saying. Then speak clearly and confidently, express your views. Okay? Be precise. Do not go on talking about something on and on. You have to give enough time to everybody. Present facts and logic. Whatever your arguments may be, or your views, your suggestions, whatever you are discussing, present and support it with facts. Okay? Not imaginary things, as much as you can, and put it logically. If you know some references, mention the references. That makes others feel that you are talking about something you know. For example, you could say in 2007 there was an article in Scientific American that mentions this. That really makes your point stronger and believable. Okay. Stay on the topic as much as possible. Do not digress from the topic. This is very important, and the moderator or coordinator should actually try to limit others from digressing into other topics. Stay focused on the topic. Otherwise, discussion can go on and on, nothing will come out of it. Make sure you're heading towards a goal and a solution. This is very important. Just having normal discussions is not enough. Always try to achieve something out of it. Try to lead the group into concluding something, take some decisions, find a solution to a problem. Quite often the discussion topics involve some problem. You study the problem, their causes, and try to find some solution through the discussion. Okay? Do not argue unnecessarily. Some people just like to argue as if they are doing a debate. It's not debate. Group discussion is to have a productive discussion to come up with a solution to a problem. No personal attack. Do not say anything bad to anybody. Okay, I can give you examples, but you already know how that happens. Display of prejudices, that is, preconceived idea about a group of people, that should never be done. Okay? Talking about race or something, absolutely not permissible. Anger. Even if somebody tries to hurt you with their words, control your anger. Do not express it. If necessary, put a gentle smile on your face. Okay? Frustrations, do not display it. Inside, you may be feeling hurt or angry. Do not display it in your words. Be courteous. Keep the voice optimum, not too soft. People need to hear you. They need to feel that what you're saying is important, but not too loud. That annoys others, okay? Not like TV debates. Sometimes on television you see debates, people just shout and fight, and that's not allowed in group discussion. This is discussion, okay? Be active and sincere. Whatever you say, make your facial expressions, gestures, as if you really believe in what you are saying. People will see the passion. They'll appreciate it. They'll look at you and listen to you. Be sincere and be active, okay? This is very important. When others are talking, I mentioned that twice because many people do not listen to what others have to say. They start talking as if they have extra right to just talk. It's not correct. You have to listen to others and then find out. Some people may have some merit in their arguments, support it if necessary, modify it. I'll give you an example right away. If somebody says something you do not quite like it, there's a way to politely change it or disagree with it by saying, for example, I understand what you are saying. However, you should consider at this point that there may be some negative impacts because of this reasons. Okay, see how nicely I put it. So that makes others think that I did not really counter them, but I added something to it. Okay, all right. Yeah, your response should be so sincere that you really want to solve the problem along with others' opinions. Okay, all right. Take charge when necessary. Towards the end, you have to find some kind of a solution or draw a conclusion. Okay, especially in business meetings, technical meetings, something has to come out. Ensure some kind of conclusion and some kind of decision. General agreement. Make sure that others sort of agree with it. In between, you have to lead them towards some conclusion. Towards the end, you draw the conclusion. Take charge of it. Okay. List of actions. Who's going to do what? Who's going to be responsible? By what time should it be finished, etc. should be decided towards the end of a meeting. Something, and that piece of paper with the decisions, with the signature of the people, should be distributed to others. This is especially true for technical meetings. May not be true for group discussions. Hence, for technical meetings, prepare well ahead of time. For group discussions, sometimes you are given a topic and not much time, so you may not have time to prepare. But for technical meetings, go to the meeting fully prepared, well ahead of time. Prepare. Keep all the information you want to bring to the meeting, all the documents, facts, and data ready, and practice it a couple of times. Somebody says something, what am I going to say? How am I going to respond? They are definitely going to question about this. Here I have my document and proof. Okay, be ready. All right. So this is what you're going to do. After this lesson, you're going to form a group of about 5 students. Write down their names. I'll supply a form to you. Okay. Choose one moderator. Without moderator, it will be very difficult to coordinate. Choose a topic. I'll give you some topics right away. See the next slide. More topics. Take 10 minutes to write down some points. In real group discussions, sometimes you may not have time, but because this is the first time, I'm giving you extra time to write some points, depending on the topic you have chosen, that I know this much, this is what I'm going to say, and this is how I'm going to add a couple of more points, whatever you need to say. Write them down, otherwise during the meeting you'll forget. Okay, write them down. Discuss for about 15 minutes and draw some conclusion. All of you should come up with some kind of solution to if you are discussing a problem. Okay? Then I'll supply a form to fill out your evaluation of yourselves, of each other, also of this course. Evaluation of each participant so that they can see how they did, where to improve. Assessment of yourself. You assess yourself. And choose one thing, maybe at the most 2 things, where you can improve. For example, it could simply be, I did not speak enough. Excuse me. I should participate more. I should raise my hands more often so that I get a chance. Oh, I forgot to mention this. I should have thought about it. Why didn't I think logically? Or I got into an argument. How do I avoid the argument and diplomatically handle the situation? Write down 1 or 2 points. Try to improve on them. Your conclusion, you have to write down on that sheet of paper that's provided or electronic form. What's your conclusion from the discussion? Your evaluation of this course, of my course, okay, where I can improve. I need to improve too. It's continuous improvement. Remember, be pleasant, be nice to people, friendly, with a gentle smile. That will get you support of the others. They will not argue against you. You may turn out to be a winner. Take the lead when necessary towards the end. Draw some kind of consensus and conclusion. In the beginning, you are preparing others to agree with your points. Sometimes you have to agree with others' points too. Okay? Show that you are social. Show that you like to interact with other people, you listen to them, you understand them, discuss with them, and you fit in a team. And also, you speak your mind, you're rational, you're a responsible person. All these qualities you have to demonstrate during the group discussions or meeting. Show that you are a team player, you fit in well with the team. Why do you have to do all that? Show that one day you can lead a team. Why do you have to show that? Suppose you are in a group discussion before a job interview. A topic is given to you. The employer watches everybody. Who is interacting how? Who is speaking well? Your communication skill, your logical thinking, your technical knowledge, and how you interact with others. Will you fit in a team? Are you the right person for the company? So you have to prove it to them with your behavior, with your thought process, with your expressions, and some leadership qualities and team player, being a team player. Okay? That's the purpose. That's the purpose. So I'll give you some discussion topics. Education reform. Everybody talks about how bad the education system has become. There are changes coming, digital classroom. Some people are recommending upgrading the curriculum to suit the kind of jobs that's projected to be available next 10, 15 years. So some reform has to be there. We know that. It should not be stagnant. So discuss about that, your ideas. Environment's one of the biggest problems, climate change, etc. Biggest problem of the entire world. Everybody talks about it. What can you do about it? Discuss about that. All right? Impact of technology. New technologies are coming. Some people are scared. Some people are excited about it. Try to be as positive as possible. Artificial intelligence, robotics, automation. Some people argue that, it's going to take away millions of jobs. Well, then create new. How are you going to do that? You cannot stop it. You cannot stop this change. Why not make use of it? Create new kinds of jobs. So you think about that. There may be some other kind of impacts too, not only on jobs. Discuss about it. Employment. Jobs for 1 billion people. Can it be provided? Yes. Why not have a great idea that this is the way to create 1 billion jobs in the next 5 years? Discuss about that. Your ideas. Entrepreneurship. Brainstorming on an idea or ideas. You may have some innovative idea and you want to start a company. Why don't you pick 1 or 2 ideas and discuss about that? Okay? Discuss the ideas and decide on which ideas are really good. Futuristic technologies. I'm trying to put somewhat technical topic here, but it doesn't have to be. You could choose some other topics too. Futuristic technologies. Why only AI, robotics, automation? Why not something else? There must be some other areas. Biotech, for example, healthcare. Why not? Okay, space exploration, last 50 years, is probably one of the biggest achievements of human beings. Okay, no other animal can even think about, just flying into the space and explore it for various reasons. Why do it? Discuss it. Why it's important. Okay. One of the things one can say is, in case there's ever a possibility of an asteroid impact, the only way to prevent it is going into the space and pushing that away, or blowing it away. Okay? All right. That's one of the possibilities. You can explore and discuss about it, draw some conclusions. CSR, corporate social responsibility. Many corporations are giving about 2% of their profit for doing some social work, protection of environment, education, etc. You can discuss about that. Should that be increased? What kind of areas they should get into? How that money can be wisely spent. For example, I'll just give you an example. It has to be your discussion. Do not take my ideas. I'm just giving an example. Suppose a company makes a lot of money, a lot of profit by making plastic bottles, or bottling company, let's say. Why don't they take the responsibility of recycling those products, those plastics? We know it's doing tremendous damage to the environment. We know it. Why shouldn't they spend part of their money, part of the profit, undoing the damage they are doing? Because they're making money, they should spend, right? That's one of the globalization. It has happened already. It's going to get even more globalized. Its impact, how to stay ahead. Do not be a trailer. Okay, be a leader. How to take advantage of that for the benefit of the society. Okay, 10. Add your own topics if you like. A few topics. It doesn't have to be related to technical topics. It could be current affairs, current events. Choose one topic. You decide. Once you form the group of 5, you decide what you're going to discuss. Sample evaluation sheet. This is what it looks like. If you don't get one, create one. Take a picture of this one. Write down on a sheet of paper these things. Each participant gets one. Each participant's, the entire group's name should be filled here. All the participants here. Each person would be evaluated by the others. You give the name. You write down participant's name here. Institute, employer, date, topic. Your topic name here. And then evaluator's name. Suppose person A is evaluating person B. Person B's name would be here. Person A's name here. A will give B these points. Depending on clarity, did he speak clearly, he or she? How good was his or her English? Okay. Logic, was that person talking logically? Participation, did he or she participate enough? Or too much? Too much is also not good. Too little is also not good. Give some points. Behavior, did that person maintain the decorum I was talking about? Was that person compromising, trying to mediate in case there was an argument? Was that person creating problems or finding solutions? Depending on that, give some points. Okay, that person's total. Everybody gives. You can add your evaluation of yourself here. Then your conclusion on your sheet. You write your conclusion of this discussion. Your weakness. You can take some weaknesses from here too, if you can figure out. Or your own weakness. You judge. Okay? And something you should work on. As I said, for example, if you're not speaking well, you need to improve your English fluency. If you're not participating enough, you should practice so that you have confidence to participate. If you do not participate, how are people going to judge you? Obvious. All right. So you can give your evaluation of my course, of this course. What can I improve? Read through these things. Contents. Was the content of my course right? If it was very good, excellent, it goes a higher number. The content needs to improve. Give something between 0 to 10. Clarity. Was I clear in my points? Activities. Did I arrange enough activities? Is it really working? Is it really helping you? The course I have planned for you. Are you going to recommend to other friends? And I'll get something between 0 to 50. All right, let me conclude. Everything should be concluded into something concrete. Collect the evaluation forms. You have to send the evaluation forms and send it to us. First, you take the pics. Take a picture of your evaluation form for your record. Or I can take the pics and return to you. Feedback and suggestions of the course. That was the last part in the form. Practice listening, thinking, speaking logically. It will not happen overnight. I can tell you all these points, but it will not happen unless you actually have the group discussion right away, right after my lecture. You hold that and listen, learn to listen to others. Others know something too. You can learn a lot. Think about what they're saying. Make a gesture like you're really listening to them, okay? Okay, try to speak logically. It will come after some practice, okay? There's a trick. Watch some good TV channels, news channels, okay? But don't watch the ones that always talk about negative things, okay? Watch some good news TV channels. Try to understand what the anchor or the host is trying to say. This will also make you aware of the current affairs. And try to talk to the anchor. If the anchor says something, you say, I think you're right, but you should also consider this. But you did not include this part, we should consider that. Have a discussion, fake discussion with the anchor. Okay, you'll become fluent. And those qualities will show up when you actually have group discussion. Okay? All right. What is your purpose? Why are you learning these things? Maybe you should think about it. Are you trying to get a job? Group discussion will be useful. Are you already working? Are you going to participate in technical meetings? How are you going to use the skills you learned over there? What is your purpose? Write that down. You should know. Reference: use spoken English for engineers and scientists software. Lesson 18 has more details on this group discussions, business meetings, technical meetings, etc. More details. Go through that lesson. There are some more topics, even sample discussion statements. Somebody says something, how to respond, who responds, which way. All the samples, maybe 2 or 3 samples are given. Okay, go through that lesson. That's all for now. If you have any questions, concerns, or recommendations, you can write to skill.ieosd@gmail.com. I thank you.